Hello everyone, this is the fifth lesson of biology. 2.45 Homeostasis, maintaining a steady state. As we know, our cells in our body, to function properly, it will depend on many factors. Okay, these factors, we have two types of factors. We call them external and internal. What do you mean by external factors and internal factors is, for example, the temperature. Temperature outside our body, it varies. It could be 0, it could be 5, it could be 10, it could be any temperature. So what is happening outside our body, the temperature is always changing. So here it's one example of factors. The cells in any living organism will only function properly in the correct conditions. So here, what do you mean by conditions here? One of the conditions, it's what? It's the temperature. The condition outside the body, we call them external environment, are continuously changing as we just explained it. Okay, then from the other side we have internal factors. For example, the body has a mechanism for adjusting conditions within the body, the internal environment, so that conditions around the cell remain constant. Now, what do we have here? We have external environment, internal environment. The internal and external environment, any change it happened to it, it will affect on the body. So our cells, to function properly, it should balance the internal and external environment. It should balance the factors, the internal and external factors. So this, it's what they mean by homeostasis. Keeping the internal environment constant. Here, what do you mean by keeping the internal environment constant? We mean the internal of our bodies, the cells in our body. As you know, cells, to stay alive, to function, it needs blood. Okay, so the blood cells lie in the blood plasma. So here, what will happen? The blood will goes around all the body cells and organs. So if you will look at this diagram, it shows all the organs in most of the organs in our bodies. The organs that are responsible for maintaining internal, they are responsible for maintaining the homeostasis. So keeping constant conditions in the tissue fluid around cell is called homeostasis. This is the definition of homeostasis. Now, let's take a look on this diagram. Cells goes to the heart. So the function of heart here is to what? It's to pump blood to the all body cells, so it will use the oxygen and nutrients from it. Then this blood, it goes to skin. Okay, skin, the main organ for control a heat exchange. Then also will send the blood to the kidney. Kidney, the function of it is to what? Is to regulate level of water and salt. Also send blood to the lungs. The function of lungs is to exchange carbon dioxide with oxygen. And also the blood will be sent to intestine, so it will supply soluble food and water. And also again, the heart will pump blood, and this blood will goes to the liver. So the function of liver here is to regulate the level of many solutes in the blood and remove poisons. So in general, many organs play a part in homeostasis. Okay, each organ in our body, it has its role, its function in maintaining the homeostasis. Here we should know the function of each part or of each organ. Skin, control of heat exchange. Kidney, regulate level of water and salt. Lungs, regulate exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Intestine, supplies soluble food and water. Liver, regulate the level of the solute in the blood. Here, it's another diagram that it shows the homeostasis. Firstly, we said we will have external and internal environment conditions. So, external environment has a many factors which can vary greatly. The example, amount of food available, how much food there is to be given to the body, to the cells. Then homeostasis, okay, and then this food goes to the inside to the body, then from body cells to the digestive system, to intestine, then it goes to the blood, then from blood will be sent to the cell, and so on. So homeostasis, it's what? Many organs working together, they help each other to make the body function well. How is homeostasis brought out? How the process of homeostasis it happened? Firstly, the work of these organs must be coordinated to achieve homeostasis. What's that mean? Here, when we talked about these organs, we said all of these organs are responsible for the homeostasis. But how these organs will maintain a homeostasis? These organs, all of them, they should work with each other. For example, if the body temperature raises, temperature receptors in the skin will send information to the brain. The brain start off mechanism that will lower body temperature again. The same temperature receptors inform the brain when the temperature is back to normal. So the homeostasis depends on this continual feedback or information. Again, let's explain it here. You will have a brain, or firstly skin. As we know, if the environment temperature increase, what will happen? In our skin we have receptors, we have like sensors, let's say. These sensors or receptors, it will detect there is a change in the temperature. So it will send a message to the brain. Brain will find a proper mechanism to lower this temperature. So brain will send an order to the body cells. So your body, for example, will start sweating. When you will sweat, your body temperature will decrease, will be less. So in this way, when the body temperature will be in a normal range, the same receptors will inform the brain that everything is okay. So at the end here, it's what do you mean by homeostasis, and here it's what do you mean by the organs will work together. To summarize, homeostasis is maintenance of constant internal environment. This again, it's the definition of homeostasis. Homeostasis involves control by negative feedback. So it works by what? By feedback. In a negative feedback, a change sets off a response that cancel out the change. What's that mean? Your skin will detect a change in the temperature. A feedback will goes to the brain. Then from brain will send order to the skin receptors. When the temperature will be in the normal range, okay, then again the cells or the receptors will give a feedback to the brain. So all of the homeostasis, it depends on the feedback.